Let's talk about dark circles. They're one of the most stubborn and, let's be honest, frustrating skincare concerns out there. But what if I told you that maybe, just maybe, the way we've all been trying to treat them is kind of backwards? In the next few minutes, we're going to completely reframe how you see them. So let's dive in. Sound familiar? That feeling of trying 100 different things, spending all that money, following every piece of advice you can find, and still, those dark circles just will not budge. It's such a common frustration, and today, we're finally going to get to the bottom of why. I'm talking about that endless cycle of expensive eye creams, right? The ones that promise the world, or everyone telling you to just get more sleep. Maybe you've even tried the old cold spoons trick or some viral hack you saw online. If you've been down this road and seen pretty much zero results, you are definitely not alone. And it turns out there's a really clear reason why none of that stuff worked. So let's get right to the heart of the problem. It all comes down to the single biggest mistake that almost everyone makes when they try to treat their dark circles. And once you see it, I promise, everything else is going to start making a whole lot more sense. And there it is. This is the core insight that changes everything. We treat dark circles like they're one single problem, but they're not. They're actually a symptom that can have multiple, completely different causes. And if you don't know your specific cause, well, you can't possibly find the right solution. So here's the crucial point. We need to shift our thinking from this myth of a one-size-fits-all solution to the reality of the situation. There are several distinct types of dark circles, and guess what? Each one requires its own unique approach. This is exactly why a single eye cream can't possibly work for everybody. Okay, so how do we fix this? We start by becoming detectives for our own skin. It's time to figure out what is really going on under your eyes. Let's get into this little diagnostic guide. Now, what's really cool about this is how simple the diagnosis can be. Seriously, just look in the mirror. Do your circles have a bluish, purplish, or maybe even a pinkish tint? That points to a vascular cause, which basically means you're seeing the blood vessels through your skin. If they look more brown or even gray, that's likely a pigment issue. If it's more like a hollow or shadow, especially in certain light, that's structural. And finally, if the skin just looks really delicate and kind of see-through, the problem is probably thin skin. Okay, so once you've identified your type, the next step is simple. We stop guessing. We start matching the treatment directly to the cause. This is how you finally start seeing some real results. Let's break this down. If you have a pigment issue, you want to reach for brightening ingredients like retinol and vitamin C. But if your circles are vascular, those ingredients aren't going to help much at all. For that, you need to focus on things like managing allergies or improving your sleep. For thin skin, retinol is a great choice again, but here it's because it helps build collagen. And this part is so important. If your problem is structural, no cream in the world can fix that. Topicals just can't work on a shadow that's caused by a hollowing under the eye. This quote just sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? It's not that your products were necessarily bad, it's just that you might have been using a tool designed for pigment on a problem caused by blood vessels, or a hydrating cream on an issue caused by volume loss. You were just using the wrong tool for the job. So, where do you go from here? Let's tie this all together into a simple action plan you can literally start using today. It's time to move from guessing to targeted action. Okay, here is your new path forward. It's 3 simple steps. First, diagnose. Look closely. What's the color? What's the shape under your eyes? Step 2, match your treatment to that diagnosis. No more chasing random products. And step 3, be realistic. Some issues like pigmentation can respond beautifully to skincare, but others, like those structural hollows, might need a totally different kind of approach. So ultimately, the whole goal here is to empower you with knowledge. It was never about finding some magic cream. It's about understanding the specific biological thing that's happening under your skin and then choosing a strategy that finally makes sense for your specific problem. So I'll leave you with this final thought. After everything we've talked about today, I want you to take a look at your current skincare routine and just ask yourself this one simple question. Are you just treating the symptom, the darkness, or are you finally ready to treat the actual cause?